Hi, I'm Maya from Book from Dreams and welcome to a new reading vlog. Well, today is Thursday, the 5th of May. Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo, I guess. And this is day one of the Mafia Romance Readathon. Basically, the goal is to read Mafia romances, and my TBR for this readathon has 3 things on it. I have The Hitman by Katrina Jackson, it's on my Kindle. I have Sophie Lark's Brutal Prince, which is on my phone. I'm going to listen to it on audio. And I have Crow by A. Zavarelli, I think. And yeah, do I know anything about these stories? I know the Hitman is the one I'm looking forward to the most because I read the first one, The Beautiful and Dirty, like last month. And yeah, it's about 2 people. Oh my god, I forgot the girl's name. Zara, I think it is. So she basically leaves her wedding because she finds out the future husband has been cheated on her with her best friend, and she goes to her honeymoon alone. She's also some kind of reality star or something, I don't know. And basically she spends her honeymoon crying in her hotel, and her room is next to this mafia dude's who is like a hitman for the Italian mob or something, and he's like all annoyed because there's a woman crying next to his room on vacation, so he goes and talks to her, and they sort of have this attraction, and then someone tries to kill them, or him, I guess, and then they're on the run and doing stuff. I have no idea. So yeah, the Sophie Lark one is Brutal Prince, something about an arranged marriage, I don't remember, and The Crow is Irish Mob. That's the one I know, that is Irish Mob. Anyway, so the plan for today is, so I've been up for a couple of hours, I've gotten ready for work, I ate breakfast, did everything. Now I have a couple hours free before I have to go to actual work. So I'm going to put on the audiobook and I'm going to listen to that. And then when I get back from work, the goal is to read The Hitman because I'm very excited to read The Hitman, and I don't know, I think it's going to be cool. So yeah, now obligatory shot of my dog. Neo. Hello. Okay. I'm not even like 5% in, and the main character, I don't think I caught her name. Basically, so she snuck into this party of their rival mob house family, whatever. The kids having a birthday. And she, first of all, is sneaking around, snooping around the house. I'm like, that's so rude, first of all. Second of all, she's just about to set the library on fire because she is stuck behind this armchair and she wants to run away and escape. And I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, the main character is, I guess, grating on my like sense of fairness or something. I don't know. I'm a rule follower, so for someone to be like, oh, that's just how I am, I go around snooping and setting shit on fire, doesn't really sit well with me. But yeah, nothing has happened so far other than the girl about to be very rude and set someone's house on fire. Oh my god, what self-respecting mobster says that's bananas? I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, I didn't even know. So basically they now have an arranged marriage to sort of put the end to their feud. Ada is feeling kind of guilty. She should be feeling more and more guilty than she is right now. Anyway, I'm not sure what to think. It's interesting. That's one thing. But I'm not vibing with Ada and her. I'm wild. So whatever. Oh my god, I don't know. We'll continue reading. But anyway, dude says that's bananas, and he's a fucking mobster, an Irish mobster. Like, what the fuck? Alright, so I'm at work, and I was listening to the book on the way to work, and oh my fucking god, I had to stop because we got to the, like, first sex scene, and Callum calling, Ada a slut was not appealing. Her telling him that she needs to suck his dick to come is also not appealing, so I basically threw my, earphone to the next seat, and I stopped listening because that was fucking bullshit, and maybe I'm taking this too seriously, but none of this so far has been kind of appealing at all. So, we'll see what happens next. we are now at the non-consensual BDSM sex scene of this book. I don't know what the fuck this book. I don't understand why this is very popular. Maybe it's just the first one, but so far, these are the phrases in this book. He's trying to bend her to his will. God. I don't know. The first sex scene was fucking horrible. I mean, fucking horrible. It was manipulative, and their whole, like, relationship is toxic, and I don't know why it's bothering me, and they are not, like, an easy couple to root for, because they don't, I don't know, like, they aren't good for each other, and they just sort of, usually when you have enemies to lovers, I mean, there is like a sexual attraction there, but these two, seemingly actually hate each other, and only after having sex for a couple of days are they like, oh, like he like she's thinking like he's not a robot, and he's thinking, oh well, she's not a completely useless person, and it's just fucking annoying me so much. And now with the non-consensual sex scene that's happening right now, I don't know, it's very frustrating. And I'm not gonna, I was thinking about whether to DNF or not, but I'm not going to, because I have like an hour and 20 minutes of the audiobook left. It's just fucking annoying. I really hope everybody dies at the end. And yeah, those are my current thoughts on this book. Alright, so last time I saw you, I think I was reacting to the non-consensual sex scene, BDSM sex scene that was happening in the book. Anyway, the characters had a lot of angry sex, whatever. So I finished it. I have to say I really did enjoy the last fourth of the book, when we had I'm trying to be vague here, a non-mafia problem arise and get solved in that fourth. And sort of our characters kind of realizing that they actually don't hate each other and whatnot. But overall, not the. I was disappointed. I really was. I thought this would be, I don't know, cooler. I thought the characters would be cooler. I don't know how to explain this. So for a book called The Brutal Prince, our main character isn't all that brutal, unless that title was about someone else. And that was kind of annoying, because there was lots of telling us what people are like and not showing us with their actions, right? So I think the brutal, I'm trying to think about what was the most brutal thing Callum did. I mean, he beat up Oliver, but that was like, sort of, I don't want to say regular brutal. You're not supposed to hit people, but just like sort of protecting and whatnot, being a jealous asshole, but that's not like brutal and whatnot. Yeah, the mafia part there wasn't really a lot of it. There was a little bit with the Polish mafia, but in overall, I don't know. I think I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads, because I don't know, wasn't all that good. After that, I went to the book that I was looking forward to the most in this readathon, and that is The Hitman by Katrina Jackson. I am now at, I think 50%. They're about to have sex on the train, and it's better than Brutal Prince, but it's also very, very repetitive. So we follow Zara as she escapes her wedding when she finds out that her fiance cheated on her with her best friend, and we find out, like, in the second chapter, that they have been cheating for the last 6 months, and with Zara's maid of honor, right? And so she escapes to Italy and to her honeymoon, and there she meets Giulio, who is like, from the beginning, very attracted to her and very open about his not ideas, but intentions, right? And he's also, if you read the first book in this series, The Beautiful and Dirty, right? He is Sal's like hitman guy. So he basically went on a killing spree, and then now he's on vacation, and he basically gets interrupted every night with Zara's crying, and when they actually meet and realize who they are,
they have this instant attraction, and she just basically the entirety of time compares him to Ryan, to her ex-fiance, and it gets a bit repetitive and a bit frustrating. And also there's mentions of Zoe, so probably the third book is going to be about Zoe, I guess. Zoe is her sister. Um, and how Zoe from the beginning was not really supportive of the relationship, and how basically their relationship sort of fell apart because of that. And just every time she does something, oh, Zoe would think this, oh, Zoe would do that, and it was just like, it's fucking annoying. Just stop thinking about Zoe and stop concentrating on the situation at hand. And the situation at hand is that basically uh, someone's trying to kill Julio, and so the two of them are now, I guess, on the run. And now they're about to have sex on a train. So far, I like the characters better. I like the plot better. Um, and I like the sex better, definitely. There's lots of communication and lots of just saying what you want and whatnot. So yeah, that's my update for now. And the updates in my life. Well, right now it's Friday, around 7, I think. My water heat. What do you call that thing that heats the water in your house? Boiler, right? Anyway, is throwing up signs of needs inspections, which is not good. Um, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go see Doctor Strange and something Multiverse of Madness. I'm looking forward to that one. It's gonna be so good. It's been so a while since we saw a Marvel movie. A while. I mean, Spider-Man was like 3 months ago. That's a while. But yeah, that's it for now.
All right, so it's Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Yesterday I finished The Hitman by Katrina Jackson. I really enjoyed it. I loved the ending. The ending was so cool. I really enjoyed the book overall. My gripe is that there are some sort of repetitive thinking throughout the entire book. So our main character is so she left her fiance, and I mean, I guess it makes sense that she keeps thinking about her fiance and whatnot. But throughout her like romance with Julio, she's like, oh, he's so different, and this is what the fiance did to me, and it kind of she went in circles, right? Figuring out that the fiance was not a good match for her, and also kept thinking about what her sister Zoe would do. That Zoe's been mentioned so many times that I know the next book in the series is about Zoe and the other dude that works for the mafia. That she was mentioned so many times that I'm not really all that keen on reading about Zoe because I'm now annoyed about Zoe because she spent a lot of time taking place, taking oxygen from our main couple and whatnot. So yeah, but I did enjoy the book. The mafia parts were really good. There were, I mean, actual mafia parts that were interesting, and the romance, and how they in the end came together, and it was really really cool. I enjoyed it much more than the Brutal Prince one. So yeah, this one's great. I'm going to continue with the series. I'm just going to let a couple of weeks pass so my resentment of Zoe lessens. Um, but it's up. My dog's doing something. What is it? What is it? Take me out! Oh, okay, dude. Give me a second. And now I have only one book left, and that is Crow by A. Zavarelli. And I will try to finish that today. We'll see what happens. Okay. So basically, the Crow is Irish mob. It's about the Irish mob, and our main female character sort of infiltrates the mob to find her friend, right? And I guess catches the eye of the dude, one of the dudes there. We'll see what happens. I am now at 16% of the Crow, and I don't know. I have reservations. So here's the thing. First of all, the Crow is way darker than the Hitman or Brutal Prince. I mean, okay. So our main character, Mackenzie, is looking for her friend Talia, who has disappeared a year ago. Something connected with the Russian mob, and in this story, the Russians and the Irish mob have a sort of connection. They're working on an alliance, and we follow Lachlan, right? Is his name? He's like the third in line, whatever, third in command of the thingy and of the Russian mob. people, whatnot, and basically Mackenzie comes up with this plan to get the attention of the Irish mob so she can get in their club and whatnot and find her friend, who I'm pretty sure she's dead or whatnot. Anyway, it's dark. There's like talk of living on the streets and, you know, basically falling through the system in America, if you're familiar with the term. Basically kids, you know, in the foster system being, you know, molested and then basically forgotten by the system, and they're on the streets trying to survive. And there's one of our main characters' friends is a call girl, and I mean it's dark. It's not like light. I mean, not that the previous ones were light and fluffy, but this is like extra dark with like seems very real. So also like, I don't know why this is bothering me. So basically when Mackenzie, her way of going into the Irish mob is to participate in an underground fight, and she beats the crap out of like the best fighters of the Irish mob, right? And her like fighter name is Butterfly, something to do with boxing. I don't know. So the Laughlin guy calls her Butterfly now, and them all for like cute pet names and stuff, nicknames. But this doesn't work for me. I don't know why. Anyway, this whole thing is kind of dark, and I'm all iffy about it. Not sure, like, I mean, they both like said, "Oh, look, you know, they're handsome and whatnot," but there's not any tension or whatnot. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I'm only at 16%, so we'll see what happens at 30%, and if I'll just try and skip to get to the smart stuff or not, I don't know. Anyway, also another thing that's bothering me. So since this is the Irish mob and our main dude is Irish, they keep I don't know how I feel when people write the accent. Like I'm gonna give you an example. Like U is spelled as YE, so more than you might not you might expect, but it's like in an Irish accent, and I think either other than Iron, what's his name? Oh my God, Irvin Welsh, right? He wrote Transporting and all the other books, Glue and Porno and stuff. I don't feel like I don't know. It's so weird reading the accent. Like when people write it down, like it's like faking and that. Oh my God, same thing happened with one of the. I was reading a paranormal romance, I think in February that did the same thing with the dude who was Irish, and it just is bothering me. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm now at 38% of Crow by A. Zavarelli. I'm still okay. The weirdness has worn off, I guess. I'm sort of interested in the whatever is happening between Lachlan and Mac. What I'm having trouble with right now, I'm just having issues with this book. It's just so weird. Anyway, so Mac is portrayed as this tough girl. She grew up like her father was an underground boxer, and you know she's tough. She's been on the streets since she's 13, and you know whatever. She's tough. She can handle herself. So she now found herself in a situation where the club she works at was being shot at by other mafia people, and she just basically froze. I mean, I guess people react to things differently and whatnot, but like her reaction in general to dangerous things doesn't really fit with the characterization that the author gave her. So that's kind of bugging me. And also, like, suddenly she's like this catty woman who is like telling Lachlan not to sleep with other women, and he hasn't even slept with her at all. And they're like, I don't know, it's just weird. There is some contradiction with Mackenzie, and that is kind of giving me pause while I'm reading this. Other than that, Lachlan just struggling with the fact that he's very attracted to someone, and like Mac failing at actually doing what she's supposed to, which is figuring out what happened to her friend. Yeah, but I bet that either Donovan or Ivan are like the reasons why her friend is dead, because I'm pretty sure she's dead. And yeah, and it's gonna, and like there's also like a mold that's happening here, so you know, I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, lots of mafia stuff. And I don't know, I'm at, you know, almost 40% of the book. We'll see what happens next. Am I enjoying myself? That's usually what I ask. Like, am I enjoying the story? so far. I mean, it's fine. It's like, I don't know what I expected. I expected to be, I don't know what I expected to be, but I don't know. We'll see when I read the whole thing, and I'll share my thoughts then. Oh, also, I'm going to the movies to see the new Marvel movie, The Doctor Strange, and what was it, Multiverse of Madness. So yeah. All right. I have finished Crow by A. Zavarelli, and I have come to the conclusion that these mafia romances are a hit or a miss, because this one, Lord, it was okay. Okay. The thing was that, so as I said from the last time I talked about this book, there is a contradiction with our main character, and basically like she changed, like, from what she was saying at the beginning to what we got at the end of the book, you know, and basically turned into everything she didn't want to. I mean, at the end, she achieved her goal of finding what happened to her friend. But the way she got there and all the stupid stuff that happened in between was just, I don't know. I did not like it. Because, like, throughout the story there was also like this traitor or like mole on both sides of on the Irish mob side and the Irish mob side, and I could figure out from the beginning who was the mole. That didn't bother me. What did bother me, that like they had this like character just come out of nowhere to have like a bigger role in the whole thing, right? So because in the beginning we meet this girl Mandy, and Mandy used to date Lachlan, and you know, he dumped her because she was sleeping with other people and whatnot. And we see glimpses of her throughout the story, like just literally, you know, that she dislikes Mackenzie. And there was a scene where Mackenzie was trying to figure out if, you know, Mandy is in trouble, if with one of the boys from the Irish mob sides. And it's just, and then suddenly at the end, it turns out that she was behind everything, that she was like a mastermind of trying to get the Irish mob and the Russian mob to fight each other, because apparently when they were 13, unbeknownst to Mackenzie, she was attacked by, later we find out it was Donovan, when she was 13, she was attacked, and, you know, he tried to rape her. And when Scarlett, Mackenzie's friend, saved her, they basically apparently left this girl behind because nobody knew she was there, right? And that was Mandy, and she's like on the path of revenge for that, and that was kind of like came out of nowhere, and it was like made no sense. The romance between Mackenzie and Lachlan, first of all, fucking like, so I guess being in the mob means that you are a domineering and controlling asshole, and that you just basically, when someone angers you, you punish them with sex, very rough sex. And it's just literally, there's a line in the story that goes, "Would it make you feel better if you fucked the hate out of me?" And at that point, I was like, okay, no, and I skipped that part because, you know, I like my sex scenes consensual. So, also, there was a couple of times when Lachlan asked Mackenzie to do something. I think it was always related to them having sex, and the author used the word slavishly. So I did it slavishly. I walked to him slavishly. I'm like, is that the best choice of words you could use here? But anyway, overall, the intrigue was interesting. Okay, I'll give it to it. It's a proper mafia romance. I'll give it that. But just some of the actions of the characters and stuff that's happening was like, no. Am I curious to see what happens with the other characters? If they behave the way that they did in this one, then no. That's not the type of romance that I want to read. So no. And that's it for all the books that I had for my Mafia Romance Readathon. It's Sunday afternoon, by the way. Yeah. So of the 3 books that I've read, I enjoyed Katrina Jackson's The Hitman the most, and I'm definitely going to continue with that series. Will not be reading Sophie Lark, and I don't know, Isavarelli. It was better than Brutal Prince, so I'll see.
I'll see what happens by the next one, by the next romance readathon. But yeah, last night I went to see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which was awesome. I totally forgot that Sam Raimi, the director, was a horror movie director, and that's when all the scary shit happened in the movie. I was like, what the fuck is this? But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And also, I bought a bunch of books, so you can look forward to a book haul soon. But yeah, that's it. If you have participated in the Mafia Romance Readathon and enjoyed the books that you read, can you please leave them down below for me so I can check them out as well? If you've read the books that I have and you want to share your thoughts, please do down below as well. If you like this video, please press the like button. You can subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. There are some links in the description box, so please do check them out. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!